Welcome back to the second video on this Ferrari 308. Right, let's do a quick walk around of the car. Now it's in epoxy primer and no filler, you can really see the state of the metalwork. The door skin's been repaired badly. The rear quarters have been repaired and kind of half lead loaded. Not pretty at all. The boot has had a repair on each corner, not done particularly nicely. This rear quarter has got the same sort of problems as the other side with the lead and a few wobbles and dents. And then this door skin's even worse. So we're going to start with repairing the door skins. So I thought I'd grab my profile tool just to show you how bad these door skins are. I'm taking the profile from the rear quarter, which has a nice curve to it. And then when you transfer that over to the door, you can see just how low the door is. This was absolutely full of filler. And it looks like the near side door has suffered exactly the same treatment. We've decided to make lower skins for both doors. I'm starting by making a template which I'll transfer onto sheet metal. With the sheet metal marked out, we trim it to size and use the slip rolls to start putting some shape into the door skin. I'm now using the bead roller to tip the flange onto the bottom of the panel. This flange will then get completely folded over the inner door frame. I'm now using the wheel to put a little bit more shape into this door skin. I use the profile gauge to keep checking that we're making the curve the right shape. I've had to make the skin in two sections because our sheet steel is only 1 metre wide. Here I'm TIG welding the two sections together. Now we're making sure that the profile is correct, and I'm pretty happy with this, so it's time to weld it in. Before we fold the flange on the bottom of the door over, I use a spot welder to just weld it onto the door frame. And there we have it, that's the offside door repaired. Really pleased with how this has come out. Time to tackle the other side. There we have it, that's both doors now repaired. Really pleased with how they've come out, and they fit the apertures really nicely. Really happy with the gaps. Right, on with repairing the engine cover. I'm going to use masking tape to make a template as they're only small, and then mark this out on sheet metal and form it to shape. Okay, that's the engine cover panel done. Time to have a look at these quarter panels. This quarter panel is pretty ripply and has had some repairs in the past. Chris has spent some time here with the pin puller, just to pull out some lows and even the panel out. Then we can start some panel beating. Whilst Chris is repairing that near side quarter panel, I'm going to start on the mess this side. I think we're going to have to cut this out and replace it. Again here, I'm just using the bead roller to tip over the edges. Here I'm just using a hammer and dolly just to crispen up the edge, and then using a sandbag and mallet to put the shape in above the swage of the wheel arch. Now I can use the wheel to smooth out the mallet marks and just put a bit more shape into this panel. Okay, so I just wanted to have a quick chat about filler. As you can see, we've been doing all the bodywork on the front. Chris has smashed through that. This is filler or dolphin glaze. Filler is not necessarily a bad product. It definitely has a place. Some places metal finish cars, but those places are few and far between and charge tens to hundreds of thousands for their restorations or for their bodywork. Filler is good as long as you're not putting it on too thick, trying to hide stuff. So as you can see here, we skim the whole panel just to sort of even it out, fill any sort of shallows and lows. And this is what's come out of the car. So you can see how much thicker the filler is. That's sort of over 10 mil thick. Basically, you should not be doing that. That makes the car heavy. It makes it bigger, really. Someone made a comment on the last video about this being a 9/8 scale car, which did make me chuckle. But yeah, basically, filler's not a bad thing as long as it's used correctly. So yeah, let's show you around the car. So as you can see, Chris has shaped up the bonnet, got that nice and smooth, and cracked on with the front wings and front valance. This is all ready for its first high build prime now. As you can see, metal and areas of epoxy primer can be seen through the filler work, which shows just how thin it is. This just leaves the filler work to do on the rear quarters and lower sections of the door. Once that's done, we can get the whole shell into high build primer. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed seeing the metal and bodywork on this, and if you did, don't forget to hit subscribe and like, and I'll see you in the next video.